So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to... And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Ravens.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. You're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
Rodgers going to and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And I believe he was able to get this back. He was. Boy, after giving up the touchdown, lucky that didn't turn into another.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back. They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Tiger swamp.
On second down, Swift. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Escaping the pressure right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, the good ones have a clock running in their head, okay? Because it says something like this. I've got this many seconds to find the target. After that, I have to tuck it and try and get some yardage on this first down snap. He doesn't just get some yards, though. He gets a big gain, and they'll come right back with another 1st and 10.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Once again, it's Mitchell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And Bateman, and he'll go in motion right here. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
That's
a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
13.
Now it's Jackson. And he's got it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Eagles 3.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a third down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Ravens had 6 to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Eagles 3. Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. So and now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
2nd and 9. They go play action with Hurts. And this one's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Out. Hey, 73. Delta.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up the 4th down.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The Eagles send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They go play action now. Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Andrews' first catch, good for a first down. Of course, he was solid last week. AFC Offensive Player of the Week award. 2 touchdowns in that game.
Yeah, he's playing at a level right now where he's just breaking down defenses. Makes me remember when I was playing and my defensive back coach told me, listen, if you give up a touchdown pass, that's on me. I didn't coach you well enough. If you give up a second one, that's on you. And if there's a third one, I'm getting someone else in the game.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Jackson on first down. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw brought in by Watson. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 19. Now Jackson going to shift him around.
And a Raven first down.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jackson options out left. Now a first carry for their fullback. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
DC, ready?
Hill is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Play action. Now Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Roman. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
Ready? You change it.
Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Jackson's pass intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll throw again from their own end zone. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Here's Hurts to throw. Flushed out right. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action. Here's Hurts. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Hey, out. Report. Touch.
On the draw, here's Mitt. And it's a fumble. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he's got some space here. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And quickly they get to the line. They go play action with Jackson. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now a 2nd and 6. Jackson now. Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Tucker with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Eagles 3. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. On 2nd and 7, Hurts. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hurts. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Eagles 6.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers.
Isaiah Rodgers on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Crowd left Yeti. Hey, easy. 63, bang.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play and now in their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this 3rd quarter, but it's just not clicking right now, and it's going to be a quick call to the punt team.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. That is caught. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
That's good for an Eagles.
Hey, let's go.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard
They'll
line.
run right here with Swift. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Slot man moves right. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty. And now off to the races down the right side. He's on his way. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone, powering his way forward. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Their own 16-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game.
He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big pickup of 38. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches.
Once again, it's Swift. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Now Hurts going to move him around. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Forced out to his left. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Eagles. DeAndre Swift. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
They're on 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. A gain there of 21 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Jackson. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I think one of the key words in today's NFL is hybrid. You know, guys who can do more than just what they're asked to do. How about our running back there laying out like a wide receiver and making that catch?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jackson. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's a toss right side to Mitchell. And out of bounds right around the 20. 180 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. To throw is Jackson. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. It's complete to Brown, right side. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
At the 11-yard line.
In motion right is Brown.
Go Silver, ready? No, no.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Brian Burns able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long.
Crowd left Yanni. Crowd left Yanni. Don't touch it.
They'll look to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Down the sideline he goes. And down to the 27-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
They go play action with Hurts. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Brown halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Eagles go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
The score, Ravens 35, Eagles 19.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
At the 28-yard line.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
Hey, report. Report. Shut up.
Right back to Mitchell here.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the 1st by a few yards.
So it's a win here for the Ravens, and it was just too much Lamar Jackson. He really played well.
Yeah, he was just on target all afternoon with 3 touchdown passes. They couldn't find a way to stop him, and ultimately, he guided them to victory.
So for the Ravens,
they run their mark to 6-2 on the year.
And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10.